This is Tom Bivens and Steve McDonald with 3D Graphics USA. I wanted to take the time to talk to Steve McDonald about some of our new designs that are coming out. We're ready to start our new YouTube channel. This will be the kickoff video for it. We'll get a chance to view some of the new art that's coming out and tell a little history about it. So our first design is going to be Party With Rednecks, and it's a design that was inspired by real life events of Steve. So Steve, tell us a little bit about this design and kind of what made you to create it and how it came about.
Well, it is kind of a long story, but I'm going to try to make it as short as possible. It all began with my brother giving me a buzz, and I came over to his house and said, "Steve, I've got a new shotgun, and I've got another one sitting here for you too." And he said, "Let's just ride through the country and try these shotguns out and see what happens." And so I wasn't doing nothing anyway. He had beer. We threw it in the back of his, I think it was a 49 Chevrolet pickup, I'm pretty sure. It had these running boards up and down the side of the pickup. We had never done this before, so we was just riding through the country and drinking beer, looking for street signs and mailboxes. We just wanted to try our shotguns out. That's basically what it came down to.
So what kind of stuff did you encounter when you were on the trip? Did you see anything that was of interest? Any crazy stuff go on other than just shooting the guns?
Well, it was a long time ago. It's kind of hard to explain. We came across cows, farmers, people out in the field farming, and looking at us like, "What are y'all doing over here, out here in our country?" And we just minding our own business, shooting our shotguns, and nobody never said nothing. So we kept on going. And we was going down the country road, and it was bumpy as all get out. And sometimes when I would get out to get beer, I had to get on the running board to get the beer out of the back. And he'd be going 80 miles an hour down that country road.
So you were
And
walking down on the side of on the running boards while it was moving to go to the
yeah,
back? Wow, that's
yeah.
crazy.
It's the only way that we get back there. And he wasn't going to stop. Stop was killing time. So I got the beer and got back in the truck, and he pretty much said, "It's on, Ramon. Let's go. We went riding through the country, and we'd hit a squirrel or something every now and then, and we didn't think nothing about it. But it's just what kids do when they're growing up, you know.
So you managed to get a lot of
Yeah,
that in this picture on the Partying with Rednecks then. That's pretty cool.
yeah. Well, I got those guys look like they're aged a little bit more than what we was. We was in our 20s. Those guys in that truck that I illustrated, or that Jeep I illustrated, you know, they look like they was in their 30s or 40s. They was made to look a little older, but it was really intended for somebody younger.
Well, that sounds like it was a pretty good adventure and something that created a lot of memories for you with, especially with your brother. So that's,
Yeah, it's when you do something with your brother, it's events that you don't never forget. And it's like at the end of the day, you look at the sunset, and we had a blast. And you know, it's because we did it together. When you do stuff with other people, it's something you always remember. You know.
well, it's nice to have something that kind of, I guess you could say, commemorates an event that was, looking back, was kind of special now. At the time, you probably didn't think a lot about it, but
Didn't
now it
think
has to
nothing
be
about it.
something pretty special.
I didn't think I'd ever do a picture of it. That's the crazy thing.
Bring that artwork back too, and present it to everybody in a little bit different manner than it was at first. I know you've had a chance to go in and kind of rework some of the art, get the coloring maybe like you want, fix some little details that you wish you had the time at the original production to go back and work on.
Well,
Um,
there's always art that is art, and then there's art that is t-shirt art. And there's a big difference.
oh, sure.
Some all art wasn't meant to be on a t-shirt. That's why you have artists to design it for a t-shirt. Some people can do it, some people can't. And after 40 or 50 years of experience, you know just about what you got to do to make a t-shirt and make it
Sure.
attractive. You need to, the lighting needs to be good. It needs to be, when you see it, it's you and that's what I'm always after.
Well, it sounds like a great
It's just
story, and I'm really glad to be able to help put this back out there and get it on on a newer shirt, getting it out
design.
there.
We got a second design following this design, and it's a design that Pam Stern did, and she gave me permission to do her art and reproduce it, and it's been changed a little bit from her original, but
There
I
again, does that
think
go back to being able to improve upon certain aspects of it?
yeah, everything's got to be improved on. It's like the original picture was done probably, I would think, in '85, somewhere in that range, and so many things has happened over the years. You check for contrast, highlights. You can make a picture a lot better when you do it the second time. It's just and if I did it a third time, it'd be even better. It's just a matter of progress, I guess.
Yeah, and it's kind of the same way in the screen printing process when I'm getting them on screens and then putting them on the shirt. You always see things that you need to tweak a little bit here or there to get a little bit better improvement. And it's just
Yeah,
something that takes a little bit of time, and sometimes you don't have the extra time to be able to make those adjustments. So the good thing with us is, we have a little bit more leeway to be able to correct a few things, make some minor changes before we actually get into a final production. So that's the
yeah.
best
The
thing
other
about
thing is
what we're doing.
coming up with good reference material. If you don't start with good referencing, you're going to wind up with a bad picture. It's a process you go through. It's just one of those things that you improve as you go.
Well, it's like when I screen print a lot of this, I do my own separations. A lot of it's based on the original ideals that you put out there in separating the halftones because you pioneered it. So to be able to do that and get it on the shirts, the great art is what makes it possible to get the best looking screen prints. And a lot of times when you take it from the art to the screen print on the shirt, you still don't get to capture 100% of the beauty of the art that was originally created. But if you can get it in that 80-90% range, it really looks amazing. And your art has always been so different than a lot of people that I've ever dealt with. I've been using your art for over 20 years now. We've worked together on some other projects and done some stuff, kicked ideals back and forth. So we're always working on improvements and ways to improve the process from the art to
Yeah.
the separations to the screen printing. So as long as we continue to do
It,
that, we'll be able to put out some
it's like
really,
20
really
years ago,
awesome
maybe
stuff.
we would have never thought we would be here doing this right now.
No, it's pretty much
It's just,
2020 kicked this off for us. We batted it around and then we put it in action in
yeah.
2022, and we're really moving along strong right now. So it's really developed
Well,
into
I'm
something that's
excited.
I think is going to be
Yeah.
really special.
I'm excited about all this, and our Thai people working with us are fantastic people to work with. I think the sky's the limit.
Ver- Yeah, Sursac's been very instrumental in helping us get this shirt perfected for the single stitch because it's a process that hadn't been around for quite some time. The 90s was pretty much the end of that. We're really looking forward to getting this group of shirts out. We'll be able to get those started hopefully by next week and then get them out the door. And then we'll have two more designs following up in about another month. Not quite sure which ones they're going to be, but we're pretty close. I think Hog Power is going to be one of them, I believe, Steve. Is that
That's
correct?
the next one following these.
Good,
And I
good.
think that the next Frontier would be good with that one. It's a trucker design.
Sure. That's a beautiful one. I know I've seen the
It,
art
yeah.
that you redid, and it looks really nice.
But we want to be sure to get the stuff that everybody's going to be interested in it. It's just do it as you go type thing.
Right. Well, we appreciate you getting with us, and we look forward to getting the new shirts put out, new designs coming, and we'll have new videos posting hopefully every week, if not every other week. We'll be putting some short videos out probably weekly so that people can go on there and kind of see what we're doing, how we're doing a few things. We're not going to give away all the trade secrets, but show a few things and kind of go from there and keep putting videos out there so that people can continue to see what we're doing. The shorts will be coming out with a few animations that Steve's come up with, look pretty cool. So you look forward to those. And if you like what we're doing, everybody subscribe and like, and you'll be notified when we get new videos come out, any updates that come out, and kind of go from there. Anything you want to add, Steve?
I think we pretty much said it all, guys. I can't think of anything else, but we'll be adding to these videos as we go. And I hope everybody enjoys these videos, and we'll keep posting them as long as you're happy with them.
Sounds great. Well, we thank everybody and look forward to our next video coming out. We'll have it pretty soon. Like I say, like and subscribe, and you'll get notified when it comes out. Thanks, everybody. I'll talk to you
Take care,
later.
guys.